Bradley, A Herança do Homem de Gelo. É na esfera da violência anormal que nós, caucasoides, destacamos entre as raças. A violência intelectual é estatisticamente rara entre outras raças. A violência intelectual é típica de caucasoides. Nossas guerras de religião, nossa inquisição, nossos conflitos filosóficos não têm paralelo entre homens amarelos, vermelhos, marrons ou negros. É esse tipo de violência que torna nossa história sem sentido para outros homens e sem sentido e desconcertante mesmo para nós mesmos. Página 14.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28. God ain't evil. Why God hate a certain race?
How was y'all blessed? Hey man, we out here for our people, man. We are the battle axes of the Most High.
We won a lot of battles, but there's more in store. If you're gonna be a soldier, know what you're fighting for. We the battle axes, God's weapons of war. We won a lot of battles, but there's more in store. If you're gonna be a soldier, know what you're fighting for. We the battle axes, God's weapons of war. We won a lot of battles, but there's more in store. If you're gonna be a soldier, know what you're fighting for. We the battle.
First, let me say this.
When I was 11 years old, my daddy came to me. I'm born and raised here in Oak Cliff. He came to me at football practice up in Zoomer. He pulled me to the side and he told me, he said, "Don't let me ever catch you talking to a black man." I'm 11 years old.
Give me Deuteronomy 32 and 8.
I'm thinking, why not? What did you do? What's wrong with you? You know, I've never found nothing wrong with you until, wait.
Give me Ezekiel 35.
Until I did. You know, I picked up a black man. Me and a friend of mine picked up to give him a ride. And my mama saw it.
Yeah.
Do you know what he did to me?
What?
He beat me literally to the ground until I urinated all over myself. And I wondered, why, Daddy, did you do that? This man never did nothing to me.
I'm gonna show you why he did that.
Please do.
You got that, Ezekiel?
He's dead.
I got you. Read that first.
Why did he do
Listen up, Israel!
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 8. When the Most High divided the nations.
What did the Lord do?
Divided the nations.
Hear that?
Their inheritance.
When the Most High did what?
It divided their nations. We supposed to be divided. Did you know that?
Why?
Read it again.
What did you do?
When the Most High divided the nations, it ain't what I did, it's what the Most High did.
That's right.
He divided the nations.
That's right.
Wait. So God did this.
And we reading it out the Bible.
I know. I didn't do it.
Read it again.
I didn't do
When
it.
the Most High divided the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam,
When he did what?
separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. We're going to start there.
Now, does that mean that I can't be friends with you?
Work it out,
Does that mean I can't?
No,
What?
because we don't want to be friends. Because you know why?
You hate me.
No, God hates you.
That's right.
Look what y'all did. You may not have done it. Give me Isaiah 14 and 21. You may not have done it, turn it the right way. But your people did it.
I didn't do that.
Did
though.
your people do it?
But God forgave me.
Did your people do it? He didn't forgive
He
you.
forgave them for doing
No,
it.
you think he forgave him for taking his children of Israel into bondage and slavery?
That's why Jesus died for.
No, that's not why he died. I give you why he died. He died for his people. We're going to show you that here in a minute. Let me bring these scriptures out, all right? Because he didn't forgive you. I'm finna show you he didn't forgive you. Read that.
If I'm not, if it's
The book of Isaiah. Listen up, Israel. The book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. Of their fathers.
For the what of their fathers?
For the iniquity of their
For the
fathers.
sins of your fathers.
Give me Revelations 13 and 9.
Work it out,
if he did that, then where does that leave me?
You finna get it. I'm finna show you.
Work it out,
We got all the answers for you. Give me that. The book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 9. If any man have an ear,
You got an ear?
let him hear.
All right, let's see.
He that leadeth into captivity.
He that do what up?
He that leadeth into captivity. Did your people lead us into captivity?
My people might
But you
have,
just heard what,
but I didn't.
but you heard that you're going to have to pay for the iniquities of your fathers. That's what God said. Ain't he a just God?
Break it out,
Ain't he a just God? All right, read on. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Shall do what?
Shall go into captivity.
Shall do what?
Shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword. Do your people kill with the sword? Read on. Must be killed with the sword. Our God is just, man. God did it to us.
Break it out,
You got to get it done to you. Where in the history of the world have white people paid for their crimes?
All right, let me ask you this.
Ask me.
Kill me.
No, I ain't got to do nothing. Give me Ezekiel. Give me Ezekiel 35. Abaya. Give me Ezekiel 35. I don't have to kill you. The Most High gonna deal with you. Hold that. This is 5. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 5.
Step back, step back, step back, step back.
Therefore, thus said the Lord
Who
God.
said it?
The Lord God.
Who said it?
The Lord God.
Start at verse 1.
Because you know you Esau in the Bible?
Esau.
Esau.
I've heard that.
All right, he know. He know who he is. The Edom. Y'all Edom. We Israel, right? Let's see what the Bible says. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35 and verse 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir. Mount Seir is another name for Edom. Read on. And prophecy against it.
And do what?
And prophecy against it. That's what we doing right now. We prophesying against this place. Read on now.
Against me?
And against this whole place. Against your whole kingdom. America, England, Europe, Donald Trump, the Queen of England. We prophesying against all y'all. Read on up. Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophecy against it.
Read on.
And say unto it, Thus said the Lord God.
Thus said who?
The Lord God.
No, Nehemiah.
The Lord God.
We're not saying this. We're reading out the Bible. Read.
Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee.
What did the Lord say?
I am against thee.
Read on,
And I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate.
Most what?
Most desolate. He gonna destroy this place, man. This place gonna burn with thermonuclear destruction. Do you understand that? For the crimes and iniquities that this place has done, you got to pay. The white man ain't paid for dropping 2 nuclear bombs on Japan, have they? The white man ain't paid for taking the children of Israel into slavery, have they? The white man ain't paid for killing and genociding the Indians, have they? They ain't paid for killing all these animals, spilling oil in the ocean, have they? They ain't paid for lying about the Christ, saying that he a white man when he an Israelite, a black Jew. Have they paid for that? Read on up. I will lay their cities waste.
What he gonna do?
Lay their cities waste. Dallas gonna burn. Washington, D.C. gonna burn. New York gonna burn. L.A. gonna burn. Read up. And thou shalt be desolate.
Read on.
And thou shalt know that I am the Lord. He gonna know that he is the Lord, and we finna give you the reason for that thing. Do you understand that y'all have to pay for your crimes, man? The reason why we went into slavery, because we went against God. And you think y'all ain't got to pay when y'all going against God every day? Your people the one legalized homosexuality. Homos getting married, didn't they? Your people shooting our people in the street unarmed, ain't they? You may not be doing it, but your whole nation got to pay. We had people that were still keeping God's laws, and our whole nation went into slavery. Read up. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
What do Esau have?
A perpetual
What do
hatred.
Esau have?
A perpetual hatred. Your father has a perpetual hatred. And like you said, you don't understand why your daddy was like that. Read it again. This is why he like that. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
Read.
And has shed the blood. What?
An inheritance.
Read that again. Because there has had a perpetual hatred. A perpetual, a continual hatred. For who?
Inheritance.
No, it's continual. Y'all have a continual hatred. One of y'all be born, you taught to hate, you teach your children to hate, and they teach their children to hate, and they teach their children to hate the children of Israel. Read,
Bring it out.
and has shed the blood.
What they do?
Shed the blood shed the blood. Since day one, y'all shed the blood of the Israelites till right now a brother getting killed by somebody from your nation. Read up of the children of Israel. Of the children of Israel. Of the children of Israel. By the force of the sword. By the force of the sword. In the time of their calamity. In the time that their iniquity had an end. Y'all have a perpetual hatred for us. Like you said, what have we done to you?
No, I didn't say that. I said, why? Why do I feel hatred towards you?
Because y'all was made as the vessels of destruction.
Teach, y'all, break it out, huh?
You don't understand that. You said you spiritual, but you're not spiritual. You don't even understand your heritage,
I know
man.
it's wrong. I know it's
Well,
wrong.
why do they keep doing it?
Why? No, they don't do it. I do it. Listen, I did 17 years in the cell with a black man.
Check this
In
out.
the cell with him.
Listen up, Israel. This is the book of Psalm, chapter 58 and verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb.
Read that again, huh?
The wicked are estranged from the womb. Let me tell you something, man. Y'all been wicked since day one, man. Y'all wicked from the womb, man. Y'all come out telling lies. Y'all the father of lies. Do you know what devil means? Deceiver. All y'all do is lie. Look at your president. He racking up more lies on a daily basis than any man walk this planet, man. Read on up. They go astray as soon as they be born. Y'all go off from the Lord as soon as you be born. Y'all think y'all worshiping Jesus. Y'all think y'all worshiping God. But if that was the fact, then why y'all got a white man up as your Jesus? When we can go in the scriptures and they say he got hair of wool, feet of brass.
Christopher Columbus, one of the great European heroes, turns up on the island of Hispaniola. He was welcomed by the native people. They embraced them, they treated them with fantastic hospitality. His soldiers snatched babies from the breasts of their mothers and dashed their heads against the rocks. Children were fed alive to his dogs. Women's breasts were cut off. He decided to hang 13 of the Native Americans in Hispaniola to recreate the crucifixion of Jesus, plus the apostles. It's true that the majority of people died there of disease. Disease is introduced by the Europeans unwittingly, but many others were driven to death through overwork, direct murder, through starvation as their resources were taken away. Columbus insisted that everybody bring him a certain amount of gold, and those who failed to do so had their hands cut off. Some were sent back to their villages with their hands and their noses tied around their necks, having been amputated by his soldiers. And what he did there set the pattern for the genocidal extermination of almost all the Native American peoples. 100 million before Columbus made landfall. By the 19th century, that had come down to less than 1 million across the Americas. Overtly endorsed by such revered figures as George Washington and Thomas Jefferson, who wrote about the necessity of wiping out Native American peoples. In Britain, we present the colonial project as being about teaching the natives table manners and double-entry bookkeeping. In India, the British manufactured a famine in the 1870s, out of nothing. There were food surpluses, massive amounts of food, but the governor, Lord Lytton, insisted that this food be exported wholesale to Britain. The ensuing starvation killed at least 12 million people, possibly as much as 29 million people. All relief works were banned except for hard labour in labour camps, where the inmates received the same rations as the inmates of Buchenwald, and where there was a 94% death rate per year. This was all done in the name of liberal free market capitalism. Of course, the British did something similar in Ireland. In Kenya, soon after the Second World War, there was an uprising by the Kikuyu people who wanted their land back. The Kikuyu were herded into concentration camps and fortified villages, almost the entire population of over 1 million people. People were systematically tortured to death. They invented a new kind of pliers whose purpose was first to crush men's testicles and then to cut them off. They raped women with bayonets. They raped men. Similarly, a favoured technique was to ram sand up the rectum with a stick. Sometimes they were rolled up in barbed wire and kicked around the compound until they bled to death. Some of the British soldiers boasted about this. This is within living memory. The colonial secretary lied about it. The papers documenting it were burnt. The impact of the rich and powerful nations has been so phenomenally murderous and destructive that it has been completely airbrushed from our national consciousness. In order to justify the land-grabbing colonial projects, you had to create an ideology. We, the Europeans or the Americans, have come to rescue the rest of the world from its depravity and backwardness. But in order to do that, you have to be able to demonstrate that the rest of the world is depraved and backward. From this arose the racism that is still with us today. It was a necessary component of the colonial project. Some people might claim, well, okay, we broke a few eggs to make this omelette. It's as if all those human beings were eggs. But look at the omelette, isn't it fantastic? Look, we made this fantastic omelette. Forget about all that unpleasant stuff and let's just celebrate where we are. Where we are is a continuation of the project. We commodified people's land and people's labour and turned it into our property. We're also destroying the rest of the living world alongside it. We don't have to be like this.
The white man's the devil.
Right.
And he's not Christ.
Right.
Yeah, you look at